Thanks to the warm April sunshine, forests and fields turn green, and after the long winter deprivation, the long-awaited spring pampers roe deer with thousands of goods. They have no other job but to fill their bellies and to enjoy the generous gifts of reviving nature. The fields also turn green and the young crops are full with roe deer. There is especially big traffic on the edges of agricultural crops, neighboring forests, from where they can escape into the woods with a few leaps. Out in the open agricultural fields, one encounters roe deer almost everywhere. They especially enjoy the cover of long, already earing barley. Channel banks devoted with reeds and alleys stretching between crops are providing better hideouts than before as well. Spring roebuck hunting is on. The high quality and quantity roe deer population of Hungary attracts thousands of hunters to the hunting grounds each year, where they can bring down the bucks with favorable trophies, selecting between them comfortably. The guides try to do everything in order for the guests to get the desired trophies and unforgettable hunting memories, whether it is a young or mid-age cull buck or a capital one receiving a medal. The pulse and adrenaline levels rise as the shootable buck appears. The hunter tries to aim for the buck as accurately as possible, and as the red dot settles on the side of the game, he gently touches the trigger. The buck shows a clearly visible shot sign on the bullet, hitting in the right spot, and after a few meters it lays down in the dawn crop. A few kilometers away, another shootable buck appears. It shows crumplingly that the shot went a little bit to the back, but at the time the guides reach it, that buck passes away as well. They contentedly eye the excellent antlers and then pull the brought-down animal out of the forest. It gets on the bed of the pickup and the hunt can continue. At this time during spring, at the start of the roebuck season, a lucky hunter can bag even 2 to 3 bucks in a good hunting ground while going out only once. The brought-down roebucks continue to arrive to the yards of the hunting lodges, where they are put on the bag to give them the last honors according to Hungarian hunting traditions. Hunting guests, being in the heat of roebuck hunting, unfortunately, often forget an important thing: the controlling shot before the start of the hunt. Many hunters use rifles with different calibers to bring down different game species. The rifle used for roe deer hunting was maybe touched only in August of the last year by the hunter for the last time. Because after the end of the roe deer rut, most of the hunters use bigger caliber rifles for the red deer bell or the winter wild boar drives and stand hunts. Every weapon has a different trigger. Eventually, a new series of ammunition was bought for in the meantime, or they transferred to a totally different one. During the elapsed half year, some kind of beak may have happened to the rifle while cleaning, packing, or transportation, which made the crosshairs of the scope or the mount misaligned. The hunter can cause very unpleasant minutes for himself if he does not make sure that his weapon is accurate before the hunt, with a few controlling shots. First, because of a series of misses is very embarrassing among the hunting companions, and on the other hand, it decreases self-confidence of the hunter, which leads to further misses. One miss can happen to everyone. The second has to be suspicious. At the third time, the hunt has to be discontinued immediately as long as the inspection of the rifle's accuracy and its precise adjustment has not been done. A true hunter always checks the adjustments of his rifle before the hunt anyway. With this, he partly reassures himself. On the other hand, he shows respect towards his host by not shooting insanely on the hunting ground, scaring away the game population. And last but most importantly, he also shows respect towards the game he wishes to bring down, because he tries to take its life with one clean shot, quickly and without causing suffering. The hunter can miss with even the most precise sighted-in rifle if he does not concentrate accordingly and ignores different external factors. In the heat of hunting fever, hunters sometimes take too far shots, exceeding their skills. It is generally an accurate statement that if the buck is too far away to judge its antlers with the binoculars, it is also too far away for the shooter to take a clean shot. Ignoring strong side wind can also cause unpleasant surprises for the hunter. Roe deer is a small-bodied game. In order to bring it down with a mercifully shot bringing quick death, the shot has to be aimed at the front third of the body, at the chest. The vital organs can be found here in the chest cavity. In case these get hit, the animal dies within seconds due to heavy bleeding. Hits damaging the cervical or dorsal parts of the spinal vertebrae cause immediate death. After a hit in the stomach, liver, kidneys, or thighs, the animal flees in agony. When the back part of the spinal column is hit, the animal collapses with its hind legs paralyzed, and while shot in the leg, it flees quickly on 3 legs. Roe deer react differently on hits on the body. It shows with a leap up and a kick if the bullet entered the chest cavity. In the most cases, it means a lung shot, and the animal collapses after 30 to 40 meters. If the bullet hits the center of the chest's lower third, the heart gets hit. In this case, the roe deer throws itself in the air and kicks with its hind legs. It falls to the ground after a 40 to 50 meters long rush. It is most likely also a heart shot if the deer throws itself up in the air several times, almost vertically. It is not rare that roe deer shows the lung or heart shot with a short 60 to 80 meters long death sprint after jumping up. When the shot goes a little to the back and hits mostly the stomach, besides the lungs, there is no sightful leap, just a little kick backwards. The buck runs a few leaps away, but after a half a minute, it collapses because of the bleeding of the wounded lung part. In case of a low stomach shot, which went way back, the bullet often rips open the abdominal wall and the animal escapes, pulling the protruded intestines behind it. But it lays down after a few meters because of the shock. If the bullet also hit a thicker vessel, it bleeds out within minutes. Roe deer shows a full stomach hit with a small leap and by humping its back. In case of a bigger caliber, it soon lays down and dies quickly, but it can take a smaller caliber hit far away. It unfortunately happens, especially at shots for greater distances, that by the time the index finger on the trigger moves according to the order of the brain, the animal moves a bit and steps into the shot. So the bullet sent to the right spot results in an unwanted stomach hit. In this case, the hunter has to correct this error as soon as he can and end the agony of the wounded game. An ethical hunter does not even think of shooting while the healthy animal is standing to the back showing its rump patch. However, if the deer is heavily wounded, it is an obligation of the hunter to shoot it in any position without hesitation. In case of a high shoulder blade hit, the bullet damages the spine, which kills the animal instantly. However, game dropping itself on the shot always has to be approached with caution and ready to fire, because it happens often that the shot does not cause severe injury, but only scorches the animal by striking one of the spine spikes. It can recover from the shock within a few seconds and escape. However, if the shot breaks the vertebrae, the animal becomes paralyzed instantly. The high rear shot can damage the back part of the spinal column, the side bones, or thigh bones. The animal is unable to escape in any case. Not a second can be hesitated about the finishing shot. Optimally, the hunter shoots the roe deer on the shoulder blade, or somewhere close to it, because then it dies within seconds. From the hits gone to the rear, it gets slowed down severely and becomes unable to escape, so it can be brought down with a finishing shot within a short time. The situation is much more problematic if the missed bullet hits one of the legs. The worst case is when the animal flees with a rear leg shot. After a few seconds of uncertainty, it quickly learns to spare its wounded leg and runs far away at a very fast pace. It is obvious that the further away the shot and the more uncertain the shooting position, the higher the chance is for the hunter to miss, or in a worse case, to wound the animal. In case of rear leg shots, there is usually minimal bleeding, which also stops quickly, so the hunters have no other chance but to ask for the help of a bloodhound with a superb smell. With a greatly missed bullet breaks both rear legs at the same time, the animal becomes unable to escape quickly, so the hunter has enough time to correct his previous nasty error with a finishing shot, but only if he does not worsen the situation by running out of ammo. If the bullet hits both front legs, the animal tries to escape on a short distance, but lays down because it is not able to do it. The second redeeming shot is needed in this case as well. When the bullet breaks the upper legs high, it often also damages the chest, where there are several thick vessels. So in most cases, the animal already dies by the time the hunter gets to it. The hunter can be prepared for a long and difficult tracking if he shoots one of the game's front legs. If he is lucky, he can see where the wounded buck laid down, afterwards carefully stalking closer to the finishing shot has tried to be fired anyhow. However, there is not always a possibility to track quickly escaping roe deer, running fast even on 3 legs with the eye. In most cases, the hunter only finds a few drops of blood or some bone chips in the place of hit. So far, this is not enough for tracking. Nothing else to do here but to leave the job for the bloodhound handler.
First-class trophy, understand the unique value of your hunting trophy. With our knowledge of game anatomy and expert craftsmanship, we capture that special moment of your hunt, preserving it for a lifetime. As Europe's largest taxidermy company, we have generations of experience. Since 1999, our team has won international recognition and multiple Best in World and Best of Europe titles. Discover the collection of over 30 awards and download our free portfolio book for inspiring ideas on your next trophy mount.